Soul family, Wagwan, how y'all doing? Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. It's lovely to have you guys here. I have been connecting with people from all over the world, all sorts of parts of places of the world that I haven't even seen or been to or heard of in some cases. And I want to give a massive shout out to all of you because it's amazing to be connecting with you guys worldwide. It's absolute pleasure for me, and I'm grateful that you're all here. I'm grateful that you're all resonating with the messages at this time. I'm grateful that you're resonating with my healings, and I hope that you get what it is that you're seeking from this channel. And people come and go, and that's cool. As you resonate and as you go on your journey, you're going to grow, you're going to evolve, you're going to expand, you're going to come into contact with different teachers and different healers at different times. So be open to that, fam. Be open to your own unique experience. And speaking of unique, that is one of the messages that showed up for me today that I feel like some of y'all will resonate with, and I want to share it with you. So as I was doing my own thing, doing a bit of light language out in nature and just chilling by myself, one of the little cards, so from this box, the little messages that I have in this box, some of them fell out in my bag that I take with me when I go out. So the past few days what's been happening is I randomly, when I'm in nature, I just randomly find some of those cards just scattered around when I've been doing something in my bag or whatever, and I look and then I see some of those cards and they have messages. So today what happened was, as I pulled out my jacket and everything, I was putting everything back in my bag, and I saw one of the little green pieces of paper, and it was like sort of blown away from me. And I just thought it was crazy because Spirit is finding beautiful ways of sending me messages at this time, and messages to share with the collective. So when I opened it up, it said unique. And so it's all about embracing your unique sense of self, your unique self-expression, who you are as a person. The place that we're going to as a collective, and especially those of you who resonate with my messages, the starseeds, the chosen ones, the light workers, the people who are following their calling, the people who are on their mission or are feeling called to get on their mission now, it's time for you to embrace your uniqueness. The thing about you that sets you apart, the thing about you that makes you different, is who you are, is the thing about you that's going to bless this world in some way. It's the thing about you that brings something to the table that only you can bring. So you must always be true to yourself, fam. You must always accept yourself, be in alignment with your integrity and your authenticity. Never do something just because somebody else is doing it and you think, oh, maybe because they're doing it and they're successful at it, I should do that too. It's just not going to work for you, fam. You know what I mean? When you do stuff like that, it doesn't work out. One thing I've learned on my journey, and one thing I've always been true to on my journey, is I only share and I only deliver and I only bring forth that which is true to me, that which is in alignment with me, that which resonates with my soul, and that which has come to me on my journey. It has shown up for me on my journey. It has shown up on my path. It's not something that I went looking for. It's not something that I went out of my way for. It's not something that I saw somebody else doing, so I was like, you know what, that looks cool, I'm gonna try to delve into that and see what happens. It's something that genuinely came into my path, and when I seeked that guidance from Spirit, when I seek that guidance from within, the way that it made me feel is what makes me compelled to share the things that I share, to share the tools and the resources that I share. So it's unique and different for everyone, and I'll give you an example of this. Back in the day when I started my very first business, Soul High 1111, I was offering tarot readings, I was offering yoga, I was offering guided meditation and energy clearing. And I still offer some of those elements like tarot reading and energy clearing. And so what happened at that time was, at that time, Reiki was becoming a big thing in the spiritual community. It was booming in the spiritual community. And a lot of people came to me and they're like, you should do Reiki. You should add Reiki to what you do. Reiki, Reiki, Reiki. And I was like, that's nice and everything, but it's not something that I personally resonate with. It's not something that has shown up to me on my journey. It's not something that came to me the way that energy clearing came to me, the way that yoga came to me, or I went to yoga, or we got magnetized to each other, it didn't come to me the way that tarot reading came to me. Even the reason why I do tarot and everything, it's all got a story behind it. Every single thing that I do, every single thing that I share has a story behind it, especially light language, especially anything that I share on this platform. It's all got a unique story that was unique to my path and my purpose, and that's why I'm compelled to share it. That's why when I do it with shiddat, which means I do it in alignment. I do it with truth. I do it with authenticity. I do it because it's genuine to me. It's genuinely something that is a part of me. It's genuinely something that is a part of my purpose. The other thing was, when it came to Reiki, I understood how mudras worked. I understood how energy is in our hands. I understood the points of energy and everything like that. So a lot of the time when I do my own energy clearing, or when I was doing light language on myself, I was actually doing Reiki without even knowing I was doing it. Right? So when I offer light language, a lot of the time when the light codes come through, I am offering a form of Reiki through light language, but it's not something that I've gone and actually delved into in terms of learning it, in terms of integrating it in my journey, because I just don't resonate with it. I just don't feel drawn to it. I feel drawn to receiving it from others, but I don't feel drawn to sharing it the way that I feel drawn to sharing light language. So that's kind of an example of being true to who you are, sticking to what is real for you. What is real and right for you on your spiritual journey may not be real and right for the second person, you know what I mean? And we're all unique, we're all different. Imagine how boring this world would be if we were all the same, if all of our gifts and talents were the same. The same way that everybody's singing voice sounds different is the same way that you as a soul are different. You're not supposed to be the same as everybody else. I'll give you one more example before I get into this reading. I've never been able to, it's not that I can't, it's just that I don't like the way that it sounds when I try to do a cover of somebody else's song. It's something that I just don't resonate with. I just don't do it. I don't like to do it unless it's a song that really, hits me deep in the heart, and when I sing it, I actually feel like I like the sound of how it sounds. Different story. But I'm not one of those people that you'll catch doing covers of other people's music very often, specifically because my voice is very unique to me, and it only sounds good when I do something original, when I bring something original, because I'm an OG fam, I'm an OG original, you know what I'm saying? And all of y'all that watch this channel, all of y'all that actually resonate, you're an OG original fam. You're not supposed to be the same as everybody else. You're not supposed to try and copy somebody else's theme or their music or whatever it is that they're doing, because it's not doing justice to what God, Spirit, Source, Creator has given you uniquely. It doesn't do justice when we try to step out of alignment with ourselves to match up to what we think people want to see, or think people want to hear, or think people want us to be. When we're true to ourselves, it takes time, fam. It will take time. Trust me when I say this. The process of your unfolding and the process of your success and the entire thing, it's going to take some time. The reason being is because Spirit teaches us patience, and in that patience we gain wisdom. And through that wisdom, we look back and we realize, wow, I'm so glad everything happened exactly the way it did, in the divine order that it did, because it taught me everything that I know now, and it made me who I am today. And that is somebody that can embrace my uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, fam, embrace your uniqueness, because as you step into your calling, as you pick up that phone call, as you answer that call, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my previous reading so that you can understand. It is timeless, and this one will be timeless too. But as you pick up that call from Spirit and you really step onto your path and you start to shed some of that fear, you're going to realize how beautiful your uniqueness really is, what it really means to you, and what it means for the bigger picture for humanity at this time. Okay, another message that I was receiving is that you may find that as you're elevating, as you're growing, as you're outgrowing, a lot of things, people, places, situations, energies from the past are going to try and hold you back. Things in your vicinity even, they're going to try to hold you back. They're going to try to keep you in the safe zone because they were more comfortable when you were playing small, when you were being lesser than, when you were not embracing your uniqueness. So when you start to shine and you really start to align and you start to rise and you start to be with the divine, people can feel that. They can feel the shift in the frequency, they can feel the shift in the vibration, they can feel the shift in the energy, and it makes people uncomfortable. It'll trigger a lot of people, fam. Your light's going to trigger people. Get used to it, get comfortable with it. You know what I mean? It's part of your journey. And at the end of the day, you're only accountable and responsible for yourself, your healing, your own path and your own journey. You don't owe anybody an explanation for being yourself. You don't owe anybody an explanation for being on your path. You don't owe anybody an explanation for following your calling. You don't owe anybody an explanation for being in alignment with God, Source, Spirit, Creator. Okay? Even if the whole world disowns you, this is something that Kyle Cease, I think that's his name, Kyle, he said recently. He said, even if everybody disowns you, that's a beautiful thing, because nobody should own you to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should have ownership over anybody. So if they disown you, let them. These days when people disown me, I'm like, thank God. You know what I mean? Because you get tired of people trying to like puppet you and do all this matrix shit, when it's like, dude, I broke out of that ages ago. Scoot over there, shoot over to the side. You know? So embrace it, fam. Embrace it. You're not abandoned. You're not rejected. Spirit has you. Spirit has your back all the way. And when you give yourself to God, when you give yourself to Spirit and you say, just work through me, use me as your vessel, take me where I need to go, let's do this. Life becomes so exciting. Life becomes so fun. You never know what's going to happen next. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it, because when miracles happen, when miraculous epiphanies show up in your experience, you can actually appreciate and value them. You can be grateful for them, you know? So as you're going in that journey, you're going to be breaking the barriers of the norm. You're going to be breaking the boundaries, and it's going to make people uncomfortable. It's going to make energies around you uncomfortable, and they're going to try and pull you back. But the main message of today is there's no going back, fam. Spirit is saying there is no going back. Once you step off that platform and take that leap of faith onto the next, there's no going back. There's going to be, literally, it's like there's two mountains, right? You're here. You leap off of this one onto this one. There was only a small gap between them. What's going to happen is as you start walking your path, it's going to get further and further away. So even when you turn around, and you know, you might freak out at some point, you might want to run back. Even when you turn around, that jump is so far that you know to go back is the equivalent of just altogether, right? It's the equivalent of just, you're not even going to want to do it at that point. You're just going to be like, yeah, that's the South Node. It taught me a lot of things. It's a beautiful place. I've been there, done that, got a couple of trophies, but I'm in the North Node now, you know? And in the North Node, you take what you learned from the South and you utilize it in the North Node to the greatest good, to your greatest advantage, which means it's going to be to the greatest advantage of all, because you're working in alignment with God, Source, Creator. So with that said, guys, I'm trying to keep this short because it's a full moon today, and I really want to take some downtime to do my own rituals and my own practices that I do on full moons. But I do want to get the messages out when they come through. Have a little prayer. So even when I do the prayer part, you can feel free to go in to yourself and call upon your higher self, call upon your spirit guides, call upon any higher power that you believe in to come down, to protect you, and to give you the messages that you need at this time. And I'm going to do the same. Thank you. So it is. All right, guys, let's get into this. I'm using the Mystic Oracle deck. I will try and show you the cards as I go along. I would show you the cards on the table, but it's just the tripod that I'm using at the moment doesn't have that facility, so we're just going with what we've got, mate. Just going with what we've got. Right. Yeah, okay, guys, bottom of the deck, duty. So this is your duty to yourself, right? As I was saying, embracing that uniqueness. Look at how she's sitting. Look at how she's sitting on her throne, right? She's just chilling on her throne. And this duty to yourself, this is also a duty to spirit source. So this is your duty to the oneness of all things, the duty that you knew that you were going to carry out when you came here, when you came in this physical vessel, when you came as spirit in a physical form. And it comes with great responsibility, right? It requires you to heal. But in that responsibility and in that healing and in that grounding and in that doing what you do every day to fill your cup, fill your vessel, refuel your car, there will be a new beginning. So this is that new beginning as you're taking that leap of faith, right? And as you're taking that leap of faith, make sure that you protect yourself every single day. As you do your grounding, you're going to be going in and shielding and protecting yourself anyway. Make sure that you protect yourself with an orb of light. Make sure you do the mirror method. Make sure you do the things that help you to stay high vibrational. Utilize the sage, utilize the camphor, utilize the palo santo, utilize your incense, do your practices, do your prayers. Another thing that I do have that I haven't mentioned is this. This is sanctuary. This is our Shield and Protect spray. So it already has the black onyx crystals in there. It has frankincense and it has sage, which are really protective essential oils that you can use. And I just usually just spritz it. You can carry it around in your bag. It comes with this, I mean, you can take the tinsel off. The tinsel is just there for cuteness. But it's like this, and it is a spray. So you can carry this around with you in your bag and in your pocket, wherever you go, really. They're small enough to fit into your pocket as well. And anytime that you're going into built up areas, or anytime that you're about to enter a room with people that you know are operating in a lower vibration, it's a good idea to spray some of that to protect yourself. So you can get those on the website, and you can also get the discount if you use the code Quantum1111. Okay, so protection is very important as you're going through this healing phase, as you're going through this journey of realizing who you are, what you're here to do, and as you're entering into this new portal, this new beginning. You're awakening to a whole new level of yourself, and in that level you're realizing that you can be the light and the dark at the same time. So playfulness is very necessary as you're going through this. Playfulness in terms of reconnecting with your inner child, reconnecting with your true essence, reconnecting with the things that make you happy, reconnecting with your hobbies. If there's anything that you liked to do, or you haven't been doing, or you know that you've always enjoyed doing, just creating, you know, for the sake of creating sometimes. Sometimes I just like to paint. Painting for me is one of those things that I don't always do, but when I do it, I really enjoy the freedom and the flow and just colors and creating whatever I want, right? So whatever that means for you, whatever play energy is for you. And going into the underworld, which is the healing. So the underworld is the shadows. The underworld is the darkness that everybody has within them. The darkness in terms of, you know, any resentment, any hostilities, any judgment towards yourself and others, jealousy, any envy, those greed, you know, those types of feelings and emotions that stem from a really low vibrational place of lack and loss, and from a void of spirit. When you go in and you deal with those things, then you fill those things up with the light, then you fill those things with spirit through your playful energy. So when you're going through this healing process, don't try to block out any of it. Be completely open. I have done a small little light language that I'm going to put up. It was about being open, being completely open to life, being open in such a way that whatever comes, whatever goes, whatever is, it is what it is. You know, once you get to it is what it is, that's a dangerous place to be, fam. Dangerous in a very good way, because that means that you don't give a fuck, right? You don't give a fuck. You're just completely surrendered. It is what it is. What comes, what goes, what stays, what doesn't, you know, and you're all good with it. So as you're open, the healing that's supposed to take place, the healing that you may have resisted on a soul level through many lifetimes, will be able to take place. And as you let go and as you heal those things, as you heal your heart space, fam, as you heal your solar plexus chakra, these two centers I'm feeling really, really strongly for this collective. This will give you your power back. This will help you to realize the power of your heart, the power of love, the power of peace, the strength that comes from being peaceful no matter what people throw at you, you know? People will try to pull on your triggers, but they can't pull on your triggers no more. They can't pull on your flaws no more. They can't pull on your insecurities once you have dealt with them, once you've gone in and done that inner work, that shadow work, that healing work of those things that usually would trigger you, right? So then you step into your power when you do that, fam. And as you step into your power, there is a death of the old, and the hope and faith within you is restored, right? Hope and faith is then restored, which brings illumination. Boom, your uniqueness comes into play. Boom, more of the real you starts to show up. Boom, who you really are starts to take center stage. You start to take center stage of your own life. You start to produce your own life. You start to create it in such a way how you want to create it. It's not about what everybody wants for you. It's about what you know you're supposed to do. So I'll give you an example of this on my journey. When I had to let go of Soul High, when Spirit guided me to let go of Soul High and I was supposed to start MDP, I kind of had like a bit of foresight of what they kind of wanted me to do, but I didn't know the name of the platform. I didn't really know all the fine little details. They came as I decided to take that leap of faith and not look back, right? So the little details came along the way. But there was a death of the old, right? I had to go in and make sure that I had cleared out all the stuff that could have possibly tied me up in some way, tied me up to the south side, to the south node, right? And in releasing it, I was able to have this hope and faith. I was able to illuminate more of who I really am. And a lot of people at that time were doubting me. A lot of people at that time didn't want me to start, didn't want me to not to start MDP because they had no idea about MDP. I had no idea what MDP was going to be, but they didn't want me to leave that old platform because it meant change, right? It meant growth, it meant expansion, it meant nothing was ever going to be the same. Nothing was ever the same. Drake said that, right? So they knew that, I knew that, and the South Node was trying to pull me back. But Spirit was like, go for it. That's where you're going. You got to go that way. Anytime I tried to go back, there was one of those massive signs that you see on the freeways, like wrong way, go back, right? So I had to just keep going. And in going was where the illumination took place. In going was where I stepped onto my divine destiny, fam. And that's the main cards that I have here. So I'm going to read them in a second. But I want to just read a couple more from here. All right. Sacred Union at the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to read into that right now because I don't want this to turn into a love reading. But Sacred Union comes once you go through this process, fam. It's not something that you rush into. It's not something, oh, I just want to find the love of my life, get married, and that's it. We're just going to be, sloths for the rest of our lives. Nah, man. There's a process to Sacred Union. There's a process to being a twin flame. There's a process to being in a high-level soul counterpart union. And that's another thing that I've been guided to share more about, but I'm going to be sharing it in a different way. So again, as the channel grows and evolves and as we expand, you're going to get that information and it's going to come through more when the time is right. So what I'm seeing here is the Mother card. A lot of you who have been on this journey have had extreme struggles with your mother figure, extreme struggles. They've most likely been codependent or you were codependent on them. They've most likely had some really covert or overt traits. They've most likely haven't embodied the type of energy that a divine feminine embodies. They embodied a lot of the distorted feminine energy. And due to that, you took on some of that distortion, but you also were in a constant power struggle with the mother figure. So what's happening at this time is as you take your power back, as you do the healing, as you step into your truth and you embrace your uniqueness, there is a rebirth. there may not be a rebirth with your mother figure, but there will be a rebirth within yourself, within your own energy, so that you become your own mother of your inner child, so that you start to embrace Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother Nature as your mother, so that you start to see mother in everything and everyone and all of existence, rather than looking for it in one person, because that one person won't be able to give it to you until they have given it to yourself. And that's why you're on this journey, fam, because you're healing yourself so that you can be the mother that you never had. You can be the caregiver that you never had. You can be the divine feminine that you never had around you to teach you and to show you, and you can teach that to the ones that come after you. You can help them be in their divine feminine energy. You can help them embrace their femininity, their sexuality, their ability to heal. You can help them to embrace their intuition. You can help them to embrace their creativity and their sexuality and the aspects of them that are unique to them. You can help them because you're going to see the light in them. Then they're going to be comfortable and confident with seeing the light within themselves, right? For me, I've got 2 little nieces now, so I'm really excited to be able to help them on their journey in that way, because when they're babies, you see the light in them. It's just like beaming, and you're that figure in their life that's going to help them stay connected to that light when the world tries to dim their shine, fam. They're going to be able to look up to you and be like, you know, my auntie or my uncle or whoever you are, you know, my mum or my sister or this person is doing it. They did it. I can do it. You know, I can do it for me. So you're going to help as you step into this strength, this lion energy. Simba, remember who you are. I love it. I love it. There's a lion on his head, and I was doing a painting last night of a lion. So that has light codes in it. I'm going to deliver that, and I'm going to deliver light language for strength when that painting is done. This is just the synchronicity is just fucking crazy, mate. Absolutely amazing. The strength, as you embrace your strength, you help others step into their strength. You help others step into their power in a way where it's going to be beneficial for them, where it's going to work for them, where it's going to be to their highest good. And that's a very beautiful thing, fam. That's an amazing thing. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some work, and that work is the healing. That work is the rest. That work is rest and downtime is actually work for some of us. It means we actually have to stop what we're doing and we have to chill. So that's part of the work. Meditation is definitely part of the work, and any other types of healing modalities that help you to refill your vessel. Eating well is part of the work. Looking after your body is part of the work. Looking after your mind is part of the work. Researching, learning, taking the initiative to delve in deeper into areas that you want to know more about. Taking the initiative, having the accountability, having the responsibility to look after yourself in every single way, mind, body, and soul. Right? Taking the initiative to go out of your way and find out about things that you need to know about. You know, do the research, fam. Dig deep. Learn as much as you can. Grow as much as you can. Once you've come out of school and the system and the uni and the matrix and all of that, now you start learning for yourself. It's not what they want you to know. It's what your soul wants you to know. It's what you need to know for your journey. And when you start learning for yourself, learning actually becomes a very fruitful and joyous process. I know for myself, I hated school. Not even gonna sugarcoat that. I did not like school. I used to be the kid looking out the window like, when is this shit gonna end? Oh my god, it's 10 minutes to 3. Come on, 10 more minutes, and then someone makes noise, and then we all get kept back, and I'm just like, fuck, man, why you gotta do this for? Right? I was that kid, just like itching to get out of the classroom. Hated it. Did not like being caged into a box, did not like having to put my hand up to go to the toilet, did not like any of it, right? Not like standing there filing up in a uniform, none of it, didn't like it. But when I got out, when I unplugged myself and I started to learn what spirit wanted me to know, what God was leading me to, what my inner self was leading me to, what my guidance system was leading me to, learning became so joyous for me. You're going to learn a lot about the rabbit hole and the pits of hell, and you're going to see a lot about the illumination of heaven. You got to be open, like I said before, fam. Be completely open to what you're learning on your journey, because all of it, right? See this eclipse? All of it is going to help you to understand yourself better. It's going to help you to understand the process better. It's going to help you to understand your mission and your purpose better. It's going to help you to understand everything, right? So this eclipse energy, a lot of the healing, a lot of the work is actually done in the dark. A lot of light workers, the flip side of it, the paradox is we learn the most in the dark. We learn the most in the shadow. We learn the most in the south node. And we take what we learn in the south node to the north node. So understand, fam, that when it gets a little bit dark, when things get a little bit, you start to freak out a little bit, like what's happening, what's going to happen next, and you start to, trying to take control of things that you don't have control over. Understand that that's the process, that's the period where you're supposed to be learning, and in that period you're most likely going to learn how to let go, how to surrender, and how to be completely open and resistance free to the process, and letting things happen in their own time, and also letting things happen in a way where it teaches you patience. It teaches you more about you. You teach yourself in that process, and you realize that you are your own guru. Nothing and nobody outside of you can teach you. People can give you guidance, people can give you tips, people can offer you tools and resources, but they're not going to be able to do the work for you. Only you can do the work for you. And when you take that kind of responsibility, fam, nothing and nobody can take that away from you. You did that. You did that with Source, right? God will be with you so long as you are with the Most High. So 44 and 22, angel numbers 44, 22, and 33, fam. Powerful. So some of you are probably, look up the master numbers if you resonate with them. Some of you are master healers. The gateways are literally open for you to have this rebirth now, right? With this number 33. So the ascended masters are with you. So if you resonate with any of those master numbers, if you feel like any of those numbers really call to you, look it up and see what it's trying to teach you, fam. With that work, with choosing your path, with taking that leap of faith, comes great sacrifice, fam. Sacrifice in terms of you're going to have to leave behind a lot of things that were normal to you, that used to be comfortable, that kept you comfortable, that made you feel some sort of sense of belonging or fitting in. You're going to have to sacrifice things that are not you anymore. Sacrifice things that are out of alignment with you, whether it's people, whether it's places, whether it's situations and circumstances. It does not matter. It's a great sacrifice for you to walk this path. But when you make that sacrifice, Spirit sees your sacrifices. Spirit sees how much time you take to do the work. Other people might not see the time that you take to go in and do the healing. Other people might not even care, you know what I mean? They might just think, oh, this person gets whatever they want and it's all happy-go-lucky, but they don't see the work that goes into being who you are. They don't see the loads that you carry and how your shoulders are so strong because you've been carrying this shit for years. You know how to, your shoulders are like, you got traps, you got biceps, you got triceps, you got all the steps, right? After doing that much carrying. People don't see that. That's why when people on this channel, when you comment and you acknowledge my work and you tell me how the healing impacts you and you show up, I'm so grateful for you guys and I really commend you guys because I know what it takes to do what you're doing. I know what it takes to actually do the healing when nobody's watching, when nobody's cheering you on, when nobody's clapping for you, when nobody's there to support you. I know that you're doing that with the power of the Spirit within, and I know how important that is to you, and I know how amazing that is for you and where it's taking you. You know, I know nobody else might give a shit, but trust me when I say, even if I'm not there 24/7 present with you, because that's not part of my purpose. I'm just here to help. I'm here to just be where I'm at, right? But I appreciate that about you. And I really, hats off to those of you who do the work when nobody's looking and you don't expect any sort of, accolades for it. Spirit, your team of light, your angels, your higher self, your soul fam, your soul tribe, we're out here. We get it, fam. We get it. And we know and we understand the sacrifice, and we know and we understand what it takes to do that healing. And, you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded generously by Spirit for doing the work of the divine. Generously. Whether anybody's with you or not, whether human beings, mortals, don't even expect it from mortal beings, right? Don't expect that kind of love and support from mortal beings. There are those of us who do the healing that can understand that can actually resonate and can give you that love because we learn how to love ourselves, and vice versa. There's that mutual exchange of energy. But release your expectation of humans in the physical realm being there for you, and completely start to rely upon source, completely rely upon the universe. They're going to be there for you tenfold every step of the way, millionfold, infinity-fold, and they're going to get you through, fam. That's a given. That's the period. Crossroads. Yeah, you're at a crossroads right now, right? That's that taking the jump. You're taking the jump. You're at that crossroads. You're in the middle. You're standing there. You're like, okay, I'm about to take this jump. I'm about to take this leap of faith. Picture it. This is the middle way. Then there's two ways, right? There's the light, there's the dark, and there's the middle way. Just go the middle way, fam. When you come to a crossroads, anytime in your life, always go the way that your inner guidance system is directing you. Always go that way. If your inner guidance system is saying, you don't have to go into any of the roads. Like, so there may be one road where everybody's going. There may be one road where a few people are going. There may be one road where it's only you. Pick that road. That's the road, fam. That's the road for you, right? There may be a road where people are like, let me give you an example of this. So say, for example, you're at a cinema and there's a really popular movie that's out, but you don't feel drawn to watch it, and there's hundreds of people lining up for that. Then there's another movie out that's for spiritual people, and they're going there, but you still don't feel drawn to watch it. Then there's some cartoon. There's some cartoon. You look at the name, you're like, I don't even know. There's no one in that line. The name probably something that you've never even heard of, but your soul is like, watch the cartoon. Just watch the cartoon. And you go in there and you're the only person in the cinema. All the rest of the seats are completely empty. It's just you and the screen. And whatever you watch on that screen is going to be exactly what you needed to help you along your journey. So always choose that way. Choose the way that feels right to you. If any of the other paths feel right for you, go, by all means, go there. But when you start to follow your soul, you're going to realize a lot of it is walking the path solo. It's a soul path. It's not an everybody together path. It's a soul path. So you're going to be doing a lot of it solo, fam. And you're going to come into contact with different people along the way. You're going to, mutual exchanges and beautiful connections. But for the most part, to be a free sovereign being, you really need to be free of the limitations and expectations of the outside world upon you. You need to be free of any codependency. Nobody should be depending on you, and vice versa. You shouldn't be depending on anybody else for your source of supply. The source of supply is up there. It's ready. It's there for everybody. When you need energy, when you need healing, go straight to the Most High. That is your source of supply. That's how you be free. That's how you let people come when they come. That's how you let people go when they go. That's how you let jobs come when they come, and that's how you let them go when they go. That's how you let businesses come when they come, and that's how you let them go when they go. It's a constant state of flow. So this crossroads, see, there's two. There's one going that way. There's one going that way. That's the young version. That's the old version. You're gonna encounter both of them at some stage of your journey anyway. But she's here. She's got the sword of truth. She's got the sword of clarity, and she's staying right there. She's staying with the wisdom that comes from within. She's walking in alignment with the wisdom that comes from within. She's walking in alignment with her soul and her soul's guidance and her soul's clarity and inner knowing. Beautiful, fam. And when you do that, that's what brings this divine inspiration. That's when spirit starts to show you. So you know how I said with MDP, once I let soul high go, then step by step, spirit started to show me what MDP was all about. Spirit started to show me, this is, you can do this and you can do this, and the little pieces of the puzzle would show up. I'd be out, journeying, doing my own thing in the jungle, and then there's one piece of the puzzle. All right, I get it. There's another piece. dreaming about something, that's another piece. You know, meet someone, that's another piece. Something that I learned from them or they learned from me, some cartoon that I watched, boom, another piece, right? So that's the divine inspiration. It's endless inspiration, and that's the magic that starts to come through. Again, like I said, with the Reiki, I never resonated with it, but it comes through in my light language anyway, right? So it's all about being true to yourself. It's all about allowing inspiration to come through from the universe, from the Most High, from the divine, and work in your favor, fam. Work in alignment with who you really are, with your uniqueness. So when you take that middle path, when you follow your true wisdom and your true calling, Spirit's going to show you every step of the way what you need to do next. And as long as you're open and you're not creating resistance and you're not getting in your own way, because most of the time, fam, it's just about getting out of your own way. We're in our own way when we try to stop the process. Nobody else is on the outside has any control, right? They might think they do, and they might show up like the big scary monster, and they might act like they've got control and power. They don't got control and power, fam. If they have to do stuff like that, it's because they're powerless. Period. Right? So that's the inspiration, fam. When you follow yourself, that's when the inspiration comes in. That's when you figure out what to do next. Don't try to look 10 years ahead. Just have like a, you know, you can have short-term goals, long-term goals, and all this kind of stuff. But don't try to like get there when you're here. Be here, be present, be now, be in the moment. And you'll get, before you know it, you'll be there and you'll be like, damn, I was just over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did I... What? That's the power of the universe. So when I say get there, travel. So some of you, if you're being called to travel, if you're being called to move, if you're being called to go somewhere different, go overseas, like you don't belong where you are at anymore, and you know it's just a matter of time before Spirit's going to redirect you and guide you to your next destination, go for it. Take that leap of faith. You see, even in this, it's just this person and a bird, and they're just free. A couple of birds, actually. A couple of birds around. The universe is there to support them. They're holding the wand, and they're allowing the birds to come with them and guide the way, allowing that wand of knowing and knowledge and truth and the open gateways to guide them. So as I was saying with those, the 22, 33, 44, the gateways are open, fam. Big time. Especially if you're seeing a lot of numbers right now, if you're seeing a lot of 1111, if you're seeing just synchronicity after synchronicity, gateways are open for you. Now's the perfect time. And if you can't travel, if you're in lockdown, you can't go anywhere right now, even if you can go 5 kilometers from your house, get out, just go somewhere, anywhere. Start to build that energy of freedom and travel within yourself. That gypsy consciousness, man, I love that. Like, I tune to the gypsy soul, gypsy life so much, and the hippie life, like just being able to go and be on the road. I've done that a few times where I just get in my car and I just go and I just move and I just go wherever I want, and it's the best feeling, fam. Of course, you have to then bring it back in, hone it in, and ground it to some degree. But like I said, you know, I always say this, that I'm not one or the other, I'm both. So I really let myself enjoy it. I really let myself experience everything. I'm open to everything. I never shut things out. If something comes to me on my journey to help me, even if everybody else thinks it's wrong or I shouldn't do that or that's a bad thing or whatever it is, if it calls to me, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna learn what I need to learn from it, and I'm gonna keep going, you know? So as long as you're taking accountability and responsibility for whatever it is that comes into your path and you're open to it, it's going to teach you something, fam. It's going to teach you about yourself. Life is an experience to be had. Life is something, it's school where we learn. And if we come here and we try to stop ourselves and hold ourselves back from the next thing and hold ourselves back from experiencing life, we're going to live a very constipated life, right? Nobody likes being backed up. Nobody likes being constipated. Don't do it to your life if you wouldn't do it to your stomach, fam. Let it out. Let it flow. Cleanse yourself. Clean that digestive system, right? Your digestive system needs to be clean. That's how people get dis-ease when it's all backed up. That's how we get diseases in the stomach, in the gut. So look at it on a larger scale. Everything, fam, is just a reflection of everything. Everything is everything. Lauryn Hill said that. She was on point when she said that, right? Everything really is everything. When you look at it on a larger scale of your life, Imagine your life being all backed up. And imagine how much dis-ease that creates. When you start to feel all rigid and shit, your bones ain't moving, it's all crack-a-lacking. Open up. Breathe that air. Breathe life. Breathe uniqueness and experience back into yourself. And I swear, fam, you'll be on a natural high. You won't need anything outside of yourself. You will just be vibing high. At least 90% of the time, right? This, my friends, oh, this is beautiful. This is just, mate, tell you what, sometimes I get so emotional. Destiny. See, this person, man, okay, so you've got this person, the past, weaving into the future, weaving into the now. Your destiny. You're literally creating your destiny. She's holding the yarn, the wool in her hand. She can create whatever she wants with that wool. She can knit whatever she wants with that wool. It's time to knit a picture or knit. What do you need? What do you need? What do you want in your life? A jumper. Do you want a jumper? Do you want security? Do you need pants? Do you need more control and stability in your life? What is it that you need? Do you need a scarf? Do you need warmth in your life? More love in your life? Start knitting that into your life, weaving that into your life the way that spiders weave their web. And it's so intricate and it's so delicate, but it's sturdy, fam. Right? It's so, like, you can break the web, but the thing is so sturdy that if a person walks into it, they're walking right in, the web's gonna fuck them up, right? So it's delicate, it's intricate, but it's sturdy. And it's what it embodies all aspects of life. Spiders really do. They embody all aspects of life. They're very intuitive. They're very smart. They're very protective beings as well. So stop freaking out when you see spiders, fam. They're most likely there to protect you. So as you open up, as you walk down your path, as you start to open up more to this open travel, go, get up, let's just do it, let's just make it happen kind of energy, you're going to be stepping onto the path and in alignment with your divine destiny. And believe me, when you start to be in alignment with your destiny, you will know. There will be no doubt in your mind. You'll be like, that's why everything else didn't work. That's why this didn't work and that didn't work. And that's why this was temporary and that left and this person left. And it will make so much sense to you, because you'll be like, if I didn't take that leap of faith, if I didn't travel when I was called to travel, if I didn't go gypsy soul on everybody's ass when I needed to go gypsy soul on everybody's ass, I wouldn't be in alignment with my destiny today. And when you are in alignment with your destiny, it is ultimate freedom. It is ultimate freedom to be on your path, to be on your purpose, to do what you are called to do, to be on your mission, to do what you do every day, no matter how much healing it takes, no matter how much grounding it takes, no matter how much meditating it takes, no matter what it takes, fam. It gives you ultimate freedom. You are free from the opinions and judgments of others. You are free from your triggers. You are free from pain. You are free from allowing other people's energy to infiltrate and penetrate into your field. You are free from fear. You are free from dis-ease. You are free from negativity, toxicity, and low vibrations when you are on your divine destiny. You are free from unworthiness. You are free from undeservingness. You are free from pain. You are free from shame. You are free from guilt. You are free. Tell yourself that today. I am free. Go in front of the mirror. Look at yourself in the eyes in the mirror. Look at your eyes, the seat of your soul. Tell yourself, I am free. I'm free. Whatever it is that has been making you feel constipated, trapped, caged, counter that. Counter it. This is a beautiful day, man. This is a beautiful time for me to be speaking this stuff towards you, because it is the full moon. Shedding the old, bringing in the new. So I'm free of the anxiety. I'm free of limitations. I'm free of neglect. I'm free of abandonment. I'm free of wounding. You free yourself from all the jargon, all the crap that was just ruminating, that was backed up. You're literally letting it out. That mirror exercise is your laxative. Don't mind my analogies, fam. This is just how I get it, right? This is just how I connect to spirit. It's not all fancy. It is what it is, right? Those exercises are your laxative, right? It's going to help you to just cleanse it out, cleanse that energy, the shit out from your system. And when you're cleansed, fam, you operate with so much more ease. There's a pep in your step. You feel lighter. Your body feels lighter. You don't need to eat as much. You literally don't need to eat as much. Your body will still be healthy. You'll feel more energized and healthier and stronger when you're in alignment with your destiny and your soul's purpose and your calling and you're following your heart. That you're not going to need to like eat 24/7, because most of the time people eat, they get that hungry, that feeling of like, I'm still hungry. It's not actually hunger. It's your chakras telling you, bro, we need some healing. Bro, we need some attention. Bro, we need you to do some meditation. And what people do is they don't, because most people aren't tuned to their body. We're not taught to be in tune with our chakras and in alignment with our chakras, right? So when that happens, we just feel the pain and we're like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat. And then they eat and they suppress the emotion that was trying to come up to be healed, right? So the higher you go in vibration, the more you're going to get your energy and your source of supply that you usually used to get from food. You're going to get it from source. You're going to get it from the sun gazing, the moon gazing, the energy work, the cleansing baths, right? Today is the full moon and I'm going to use one of these baths. Man, I'm running out of them, but I just picked this up. This is grounding, so maybe I need some grounding. I did like a couple of hours of just staring at the sun and meditating today outside. I didn't even realize I was just there for ages. So those types of things will fill you because you're no longer trying to run or suppress or hide your emotions. You're allowing them to bubble up to the surface, and when they bubble up to the surface, you're ready to find something to help you heal. You're ready to find something that's going to help you to alleviate that, help you to be the help it to shit it out, right? Get it out. The tools are your laxative, right? Remember that. Anytime you need a bit of a pick me up, just be like, remember that time Annette said that, I need to shit it out? Maybe I just need to shit it out. All right, guys. Yeah, this has been coming up heaps, man. So some of the gifts for some of you that are opening up, this is for those of you who are literally going to heed the messages that you're getting, not just from me, but you're going to get signs and synchronicities from everywhere bombarded in your face. You're not going to be able to ignore it. It's time to move. It's time to answer the call and go. And as you do that, you're going to open up your gift of mediumship and clairvoyance. So seeing, the ability to see, have the vision of foresight and see, like I was saying, Spirit's going to show you a little bit, steps of the way. They're going to show you, they're going to give you foresight of what to do. That clairvoyance is going to start to come on. And mediumship is going to start to come on. So mediumship, you may start to connect with people who have passed away, people who have passed on, your spirit guides, your ancestors. I connect with a lot of my music teacher, both of my music teachers, but one of them in particular, I connect with her a lot. And I believe, she was an earth angel for me in my life. And I didn't have a voice when she was working with me, when she was my school teacher. But when she was helping me, my voice at the time wasn't what it is today. And she still saw something in me back then. So, mediumship is a beautiful gift once you're open to it, once you're receptive to it. And another thing was, when I was younger, I always used to have dreams about people who passed away in a really tragic way. And in the dream, especially people who, on the news and stuff, they didn't know how the person passed away. I would have dreams of what actually happened to them. And yeah, it was pretty full on, fam. It was pretty full on in terms of like you actually, like I said, you have to see the dark and the light, the eclipse, the darkness, right? You're going to have to see some shit you don't want to see. You're going to have to understand the pits of hell for you to appreciate and value the truth and the radiance of heaven, right? And back then when I used to get those dreams, I used to wake up like, man, I used to freak out a little bit. But at the same time, I was like, why are they coming to me? And as I went along in my journey, it made more sense. At the time, I remember I asked my dad, I was like, why, I'm seeing this and why are they showing me what happened to them? And he's like, maybe you're supposed to pray for them to help them to be liberated. And as my journey went along, I understood, yeah, that's true. A lot of the time, a lot of souls come to me that are stuck, that need freedom, that need liberation, that need to be, like I say, opened out from the cage that they're in, this cage of suffering, the cage of trauma, the cage of anxiety. And they come to me because they know that I'm not going to reject them. I'm not going to resist them. I'm going to actually do what I can to help them. I'm gonna try at least and do my part to assist them with being free of their trauma and being free of their suffering and being free of that pain. So mediumship is a beautiful gift when you understand that, yes, you're going to have to see some things that you don't want to see. And if you're not ready for that, that's okay, fam. Just tell spirit, just let spirit know every step of the way. Communicate with God, build a strong connection with God so that you and God have that communication where when you slowly start to open up and you're ready to see those things and you're not afraid of seeing, anything anymore, then you're able to see it. I remember for a long time, I didn't want my vision of foresight to open up, and I didn't want my mediumship to fully open up because I knew, you're going to start to see things. Like I said, you might see dead people, fam. You might see people who have passed on and deceased, and you might see them in the form that they were deceased in. And it's something that as empaths, as people who are deeply empathetic, deeply vulnerable to life in a beautiful way, in a way that's your strength. It's not a weakness. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's not easy for people like that to see those things. So for a long time, I didn't want it. But when I was ready and I started to see, and Spirit just started to show me, then I realized it's because I have the ability to help them heal. And instead of feeling powerless and weak in those situations, it helped me realize how strength came up, how strong and powerful I really was to be able to help these people. And we're strong and powerful because we work with the Most High, because we allow the Most High to utilize our vessel to do its work here on planet Earth. And there's nothing more powerful than that, fam. So before we go, I'm just going to get a couple of last messages from Archangel Michael. I know these readings get long. I understand. You probably want like a 20-30 minute reading. But fam, I can't skimp on the messages for those of you who are serious about your journey. I just cannot shorten it, because I know there are some of you out there who really seek this information and who need to hear the messages, and who there are certain things that you might hear at the very end of the message that, ding, 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 the light bulb, the clarity might kick. So I really don't want to half-ass anything on this channel and on this journey and on this platform, because it all has its purpose. It all has its purpose. Believe and trust. So we had that, the faith and trust. Believe in the divine. Believe in yourself. Believe in this path. Believe in where it's taking you. Believe in the guidance that you're being given from the universe and all of the different teachers and healers and presences and essences that are coming into your life at this time. Believe the signs that you're getting. Believe in the little animal spirits that show up to help you, to try and deliver the message. Believe in the magic of life, man. When you look at this card, I hope that you can see it, right? When you look at this card, there's so much magic. Believe in the magic of life. Be inspired by life again. Be a little kid again. Watch some cartoons, fam. Watch some cartoons. It really does help. Cartoons are so uplifting, especially ones that you feel drawn to randomly, where you're just like, wow, they have so much meaning. They have so much meaning in them. There is so much mystic energy in this, fam. It's like a magical land of infinite possibilities and opportunities. Just looking at this is giving me downloads. So believe and trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, trust in the divine, trust in where you're being led, where you're being guided. Trust that inner knowing, that inner calling. Even if it's something so outlandish, so absurd to other people, your path, your unique path, it's not going to be normal. It's not going to be normal at all. It's going to be unorthodox. Everything on my path has been unorthodox. It's been absurd to the people watching outside. And a lot of the people that judged me for it and had opinions about it and whatever not, at some stages of the journey, they ended up realizing that there was nothing absurd about it at all. It was actually divinely destined that way. And it's just me. It's just me being me. I can't be anything else. I can't be what they want me to be. I'll never be what they want me to be. I'll only be what the Most High wishes for me to be, which is myself, fam. You know, so believe and trust in that. Believe and trust in knowing that being who you're supposed to be, being who you're called to be, is going to be different. It's going to be unique. It's not going to look normal. It's not going to look the same as everybody else. It's not going to fit in. It's not going to be able to shrink itself. It's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and expand, just like the universe does. It's infinite. It's eternal. It just keeps going. Lean on God and the angels for support. Yeah. So during this process, lean on God, lean on the angels, whatever higher power you believe in, that you have faith in, lean on them at this time for support. Give your troubles and your worries and your fears and your anxieties and anything that's coming up, any triggers, give it to the Most High. Ask them to transmute it and clear it on your behalf. Ask them to look after those details, the outskirt things, so that you can focus on what's important. Take your power back and do the healing. If Spirit shows something up to you, when you ask for a sign, when you give things to Spirit and say, please transmute this for me, and Spirit shows something up for you, a trigger or something for you that you need to deal with, go in and do the work and heal it, fam. Spirit is going to show you what needs to be dealt with in your life so that you can start to become more of the greatest version of yourself, so that you can start to embody more of who you really truly are. And be gentle with yourself. So this process, the entire process, fam, you're going to learn along the way, as with the patience and with the wisdom, you're going to learn that being gentle, being kind with yourself, being there for yourself, being your number one supporter, being your own teacher, your own guru, your own healer, being that person for you, being the support system you never had for you, is going to be the greatest gift that you'll ever give to yourself and to anybody else that comes into contact with you. You don't owe it to anybody else. You owe it to yourself. And when you give it to yourself, it'll automatically spread out to others. All right? So be gentle with yourself. Take care of yourself. Have your baths. Have your downtime. Rest when you need to rest. Take naps. Do what you need to do, fam. Play with animals. Play with children. Do things that make you happy. Watch some cartoons. I'm going to watch a cartoon. But first I need to have my bath. Yeah, a spiritual bath tonight for sure. And if you resonate with that when you hear this, even if it's not on the full moon, it's obviously not going to be on the full moon. Or maybe it is because it's timeless. But have a bath if you feel drawn to it. Or if you don't have a bath, have a nice, warm, hot shower before you go to sleep. Oh my God. And a glass of tea. Nice tea. Some tea that you actually like. And bro, I'm telling you, you're going to be out like a baby. Alright, we got a couple of messages today. Love yourself. Be gentle. Love yourself. Love on yourself. And when I saw that sacred union, I told you I don't want this to turn into a love reading, but eventually I feel like it's going to start going in that direction. So when you love yourself, you're going to attract love. You're going to be magnetic to love. People all over the world are going to love you. When you respect yourself, people on the outside are going to start being so much nicer to you. It's incredible how it works. You're going to notice the difference. You're going to notice how you're going to notice how when you shift in vibration and you truly shift your vibration from within and you do the work, how it reflects to you on the outside. People will start opening doors for you. They'll start like making way for you. They'll part just so that you can walk through. It's insane, fam. Things that people weren't doing before, They might have treated you like absolute shit. People on the outside were probably treating you a certain type of way. And it might be because you might have been treating yourself lesser than what you deserve. So when you start treating yourself with love, with care, with attention, nurturing, giving yourself the attention that you want, giving yourself the validation you want, giving yourself the support you want, things on the outside will reflect that. So we got no. This is about the past, fam. This is about the past. This is about, if you're wondering about going back, if you're wondering about, you know, something that you left behind or someone that you left behind, or should I continue to do what I've always done, whatever it is, should I stick to my comfort zone? Spirit is saying no. Just point blank, period, no. Why? Because something new is on the horizon for you. Brand new, rebirth, new beginnings. Something new is trying to come in. So as long as you hold on to the past stuff, something new won't be able to come in. It could be love, right? It could be a brand new business idea. It could be a brand new venture. It could be you stepping into entrepreneurship. It could be you healing people in your own way, whatever modality that you use to heal people. It doesn't have to be readings. It doesn't have to be yoga. It doesn't have to be, I mean, look, yoga has come up. So for whoever resonates with that, start doing yoga because it's going to help you a lot. And if you're not very familiar with yoga, you want to get more details about it, you want to understand it a little bit better. I did go to India. I learned it in Rishikesh, in the capital of yoga. I absolutely love that place and I get emotional every time I think about it. But I do have a free introduction to yoga mudras and chakras guidebook on my website. So if you sign up to the email list, you'll get that guidebook. I'm not one of those people who's going to spam your inbox. I'm not going to be sending you emails every second day. I literally don't have the kind of energy to be sitting there writing emails every day. I got a lot of other things I like to invest my energy in, right? So you'll only know about new updates, new products, things like that, things that are like exciting, new affirmations videos, or something that actually has something to do with anything, right? Those are the types of things that I'll be sending you. But if you do want to get into alignment with yoga, or you already know about yoga, you just need to start practicing more, then definitely start practicing, because it's going to help to open up your energy channels. It's going to help to unblock your energy channels. It's going to act as the laxative that you need at this time to help your digestive and your energetic system be free and slow down. So it's time to, I'm feeling this for myself as well. I've been pumping out a lot, not just in here today, but a lot in general with the work that's coming through for me and the guidance that I'm getting. So Spirit has been calling us to slow down, and you know, I'm really genuinely feeling that on a deep core level as I go tonight and I just chill in the bath, do my healing, maybe watch some cartoons. I'm gonna be getting a lot of rest for the next few days and just giving myself that love and downtime and being gentle. So if you resonate with that, definitely slow down. Definitely let things happen in the order that they need to happen in, divine order. Let things play out how they need to. It's okay. You don't have to. You're gonna get there, fam. Wherever you have to go, whatever your destiny is, even with that travel card that came up, right? You might be feeling that call, and you might have been feeling it all year even, right? Or maybe even for the last 2 years since lockdown, you're like, man, I just need to get out, right? Your soul just knows it needs to travel. But there's a reason the world is in the state that it's in. And it's trying to help you to learn what it is that you need to learn where you are right now, so that you can take the tools and the resources from there. Like I said, with the South Node, from the South Node, learn what it is that you're going to learn there, so that when you go to the North Node, you have the tools, the resources, everything you need to start building the house up. The South Node will give you the hammer, it will give you the nails, it will give you the bricks, it will give you the cement, it will give you everything you need, right? So when you jump over, you come to the North Node, that's when you start to build a foundation. That's when you start, you know, MDP, I started building a foundation. And then as I'm going, I'm using every single the hammer, all the tools and the resources that came. I'm using them now. I'm putting everything in place. I'm building this structure, creating it. So that takes time, fam. You want to build an empire? You want to leave a legacy? it takes a lifetime to leave a legacy. A person who's lived there, you might live till you're 50, you might live till you're 30, whatever it is for you, it will take that portion of time for you to leave behind the kind of legacy that you leave behind. Park, he was taken 25, 26-ish. You have to understand, in that time, he did what he came here to do. He left his legacy behind in that short period of time. Martin Luther King, he had a bit of more of a lifespan. He did it in that period of time. Jesus, look at his lifespan. He left his legacy in that period of time. So whatever that period of time is for you, it's going to work out that way. The divine is going to make sure it does. When you dedicate yourself to the divine is not going to let you down, fam. And it's going to make sure that what your destiny is, what you're called to do, you're going to do it before you leave this place. They can't take you before your time, fam. And even if they try, you'll come back, resurrected, reborn, and you realign, fam. So it's okay. You're going to get to where you need to go. Do it in the order that it needs to happen. Do it feeling good. Even if you're exhausted, take a nap. That'll help you to feel good. Gentle self-care. Do it feeling at ease. Do it in that playful energy. Do it slow and steady, and everything is going to work out as it needs to. One last card. I don't know, I was going to end it there, but I just feel like this is screaming at me. I just opened it up here. What experiences or people are you most grateful for at the moment? So think about that. Who and what are you most grateful for? The more you can be grateful, the more you adopt that attitude of gratitude, the more you're going to receive things to be grateful for. The more you can wake up every day and just stretch, and I'm so grateful for my bed, I'm so grateful for this house, I'm so grateful for this couch, I'm so grateful for my friends, I'm so grateful for all of y'all that are here. I genuinely am. When you put that kind of energy out, fam, it comes back to you tenfold. The universe just keeps giving you more and more and more and more to be grateful for. So slow down, smell the roses, and find out what it is, who it is around you right now that you're grateful for the most, and let them know, fam. Let them know. Never hoard it. Never hold on to it. What you have, give it. The love that you have inside you, share it. You'll receive more. The gratitude you have, give it. You'll receive more. If you're thankful, be thankful. If you want to show your appreciation, show it. The more of the good vibrations you cultivate and put out and send and show, watch how spirit delivers that back to you tenfold. And for all of you guys who resonate with me, who show your appreciation, who give the likes, who give the comments, who subscribe to my channel, who share my videos, who donate, oh man, like, fam, ever so grateful for you guys. Ever so grateful for you guys. You guys are legends. You're amazing. And my true intention for you is that spirit gifts you. With all that you give to others, spirit gifts you tenfold of all that you give outwardly. So with that said, take care, stay blessed, stay high vibing. I will see you guys soon. Bye.